Okay, this is going to be a hard one for me to do, but a while ago I made a video about War of the Roses versus Chivalry and which one was better. Honestly, after putting a large number of hours into both games, I can't get into War of the Roses at all. Chivalry got me from fucking moment one. But War of the Roses, I don't know why I just can't get into the game. There are many factors for what ruins it for me, but even all added up, I don't think it would be as bad as it is for me. The thing is, War of the Roses requires you to know how to play the game, but the tutorials for the game, they don't tell you how to do shit that you don't already know by just playing video games. When I'm playing the game, I'll randomly hit for 89, 90 damage, and I don't know why. But at other times, doing the exact same thing, I'll only hit for 5, and it's never explained to me. I'm never told why outright, and there's nothing that tells me how to always hit that 80, how to do it precisely. And that's a point in the game that where it really falls short is just, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing wrong. With, when it comes to that, there was a patch recently that another part I had big problem with was run speed in the game. How slow you were to run up. These are knights that are trained their whole fucking life in their armor. Basically their whole fucking life. And you telling me that they have to basically I can walk faster than these fucking people. You're telling me that they can't run faster than that? Just, I tell you to go this way, they can't fucking go? Sure. Yeah, there should be a little bit of a build-up to their max speed, but it shouldn't be 4 or 5 seconds before they even try to run. That really bugged me, and it's still in the game. They didn't even fucking allow you to have a run button. I hate that aspect of it so much. The game apparently has momentum-based damage, but you won't be able to fucking tell that unless you're on a horse. Another point in the game is it seems like people just spam long or two-handed swords and win, even when people like me are trying to do precision with one hand and you can't compete. They're spamming it. There's no way in hell they go that way, that way, that way, that way with it fast, because you have to first, now it's all the way lined up. Now you attack. Now it's all the way lined up. Now you attack. It doesn't go fast like that. So either I'm lagging out, the game engine is being really shitty for me, or they're spamming it. Now, which one sounds like it's happening more often? I read on the forums that people are bitching about spamming, and they always have. Now, I'm sure there are ways you can get around it. There are ways you can play it to make it fun and shit like that for you. But I just can't invest my time in it. The way I see it, I wasted my fucking money on the game. I don't... Here, let me look at my Steam library quick. There is not a single game that I'm seeing here that I really think I wasted my... Oh, yeah, Dead Island. That's one game I feel like I wasted my money on. Darksiders I pretty much got for free. Any other game in here that I feel like I wasted money on? Oh, Killing Floor, I don't like that much, but I wouldn't say I wasted money on it. It was, again, basically free. Any other game here? No, seriously, any other game? Wow. I have 190 games on Steam, and I really do feel like I wasted my money on War of the Roses. I don't like it at all. And this is in contrast to Chivalry, which there's a run button. The combat actually feels like it matters. You can actually somewhat tell how much damage you're doing to people. It feels great to play. There's not a moment in it that I feel like anything's left up to chance like there is with War of the Roses. I feel like more often than not, it's chance that lets me win or lets me die. I don't think it's that other people are more skilled than me. I really don't. Especially because I'm up there on leaderboards whenever I'm playing on a server. I'm rarely low on the leaderboards, and either I fucking suck and everyone else sucks more than me, or I'm doing something right and I still feel like I'm getting fucked. I can't recommend the game, period. I don't like it. The thing is, if a lot of people get on screen at once, I don't know if it's the graphics engine that's lagging or if it's the people that are lagging. Or it's the netcode that lags. Because if an engine's lagging for me, I notice the frame drops. But I notice rubber banding when stuff's lagging. And I don't think that's engine problem. I think that's netcode problem. If you have any more than maybe 15 people in one area, it lags. And it's horrible lag. Even when you're under 100 ping, it is fucking unbearably laggy. And that's with a recent patch, so they might have fucked something up and are fixing it. I can see that the game requires an update right now, but I won't let it. I don't give a fuck about the game. It's not wasting my space anymore. While Chivalry, I can run. Every weapon in that game has weight to it. It feels great. I mean, people bitch about people who play War of the Roses. I really think that they spend $25, $30 on a game, and they're defending it even when valid points are made against it just so they don't see the flaws. I mean, I'm pointing out legitimate flaws, and anytime I do, people bitch at me that Chivalry isn't this, Chivalry isn't that. I mean, let's go how damage is dealt. The one thing in the game, the one thing that War of the Roses does right that I think every other game should fucking do from now on is gives you experience based on damage you do. What that means is, let's say you're playing a Call of Duty game. One kill gets you 100 points. If you put in 99 damage to that person's health, 99% of that damage is you, but one person gets that final hit, they get the 100 points, you get an assist. This game gives you you get the points, you get what you did. That's your reward. Whatever the fuck damage you do, you get. I like that, and that's the only saving grace War of the Roses has. Chivalry, you got weapons to choose from that actually feel right. You're not making a character... Here's the thing in the game, too. In War of the Roses, there is a lot of choice, but very little of that choice actually feels like it matters. I mean, until you're maybe level 8 in the game, you don't even have enough money to buy a character, to build your first character in it, and that is fucking pathetic. You can't even really make a character in the game that's worth playing for 8 levels, so you're stuck with the base characters, and they're good characters. They're good builds from what I can tell, but yeah. And then when you're actually in the item thing, there are like 3 different types of steel. Only one of them is worth a damn. And the other 2, same cost as the one that's good. But they don't tell you why they're worse, why they're even in the fucking game. It seems pointless for it to be there. A lot of what's in the game that looks like choice just seems fucking pointless. And that's a big problem with it. It doesn't tell you jack shit. It just gives you bars that, sure, one bar might be, let's say, this big. One bar might be this big. But if the difference between the biggest bar and the smallest bar is 0.1 out of 100, it's not a fucking difference. I've seen games do this before where this right here is 100, this right here is 90, and anything in here is so little of a difference that you can't even fucking tell. I've seen games do that before. I don't like it. It's basically lying to you. And I can't even tell what the fuck any of it means in this game. Again, I didn't put enough time into it. Maybe with more time put into the game, I'd notice it. But let's go on. Chivalry, when you hit your own team, I don't think there's a way to turn it off, but there's team killing. War of the Roses, you can go in with a two-hander and just do damage to yourself. I think that's fucking retarded. I think if you hit your team, you should kill your team. Especially in a melee combat game. It makes you really think of how you're fucking hitting people. It makes you play the game different. And that aspect's missing from War of the Roses. People who play War of the Roses will say you get more control over your attacks because there's 4 different directions you can attack, and unlike Chivalry's 3, well, fuck you! Oh, I can attack this way? Oh, I can also attack this way. I can attack this way, and I can stab. Well, Chivalry at one point, just gave me, oh, I can attack this way, or stab. I don't need to attack this way. I don't fucking need to do that. And in Chivalry, you can attack this way, and if you're good enough at playing the game, you can second attack this way. You can combo your attacks that way. In War of the Roses, you can't fucking combo. Something that seems obvious to do. Fake an attack this way, and then make your real attack be a backhanded one. That seems obvious, but apparently that's fucking missing from the game. The control that you have over your how you attack in Chivalry feels fucking fantastic compared to War of the Roses. And with a more recent patch, I haven't played Chivalry since this patch went live. I've been meaning to play the game a little bit more. But you get to attack another way. And here's another thing. Chivalry, side or basic slash attack. This attack. This attack. I don't have to move my mouse around like this and throw off my fucking aiming like in War of the Roses. Fuck that system in War of the Roses. It sucks. Especially if your mouse isn't perfectly still. You might get an attack going a different way than you want it to go. And the only time that the direction of attack matters is if you're on a fucking horse to begin with. But again, that just might be me and I never noticed it. Okay. But for me, charging up your attack should matter, but not fucking... not just spamming the shit out of it. Now, I also don't play bows. I fucking play these games for melee combat. I think bows have next to no place in it. And there is a patch coming out for for Chivalry that will remove bow combat. Not remove it from the game, but allow servers to say, no, you don't get bows. Fuck you. Because bows really do ruin the game in some aspects. Some game modes just aren't made for bows. But, okay, let's see here. What else can I really say about these games? Probably the most damning thing for War of the Roses is, right now, and by right now I mean... Here, let me get to this. Where the fuck are you, Logitech? There. Okay. Right now, there is... Dun 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 dun. 2,180 people currently playing Chivalry. That kind of seems low, but whatever. You're not playing with more than 60 people at a time anyways. War of the Roses isn't even on this fucking list, and the lowest number here is 783. In recent memory, the highest I ever seen War of the Roses was 800 people. And that is pathetic. And this is at like 7 in the morning too, so Chivalry I've seen up in the 8,000 range. It has a far higher user base, and Here's the problem with it. If you like War of the Roses, sure, you'll like it. You might like it, but the user base for it is dying. It's not there. When I go online, there might be 3 servers worth playing, and that's the most damning thing for the game. I have to recommend Chivalry, hands down. I feel like I wasted money with War of the Roses, but Chivalry, I got my money's worth and then some. And considering content keeps getting created for it, and they're making more content, and fucking free, I mean, sure, War of the Roses did free content too, but there is... Here, let me go and look at how many DLC packs there are for this fucking game. Go to store page, load it up, and there are 2 DLCs for it, and I'm pretty sure it came with the digital deluxe version of it. House of Yorkshire or House of York armor set and House of Lancaster armor set for $2 each. I don't like that period because it was I just don't like that fact at all. I never liked DLC like that, and since I I got the digital deluxe version of the game, I only got 1 set of it because of where I bought it. I fucking despise that type of marketing for it. But Chivalry, you don't have that shit. Let me just make sure. I haven't played the game for a while, so they might have made something that's DLC. I doubt it, but let's check it out. Oh, god damn you, fucker. Okay. Where are you? Store page. There is no DLC for this. Oh. Chivalry actually costs $24, and War of the Roses costs $20. That's funny. They couldn't keep War of the Roses high priced when you have something like Chivalry competing. And Chivalry's fucking indie, right? Yeah, it's an indie game. What the hell is War of the Roses? What are you? Store page. How the fuck does a non-indie game get their ass handed to them by a fucking indie game? That is pathetic. Wow, that's really pathetic. Yeah. Recommendation, don't buy War of the Roses. The only way that the game is going to be worth playing is if the user base has a resurgence, and I don't see it happening at all. I see the user base dying or migrating back over to Warband or to Chivalry. Oh, and just as a heads up for the Warband, the closest game right now to Chivalry is Warband. That's why I mention it. Warband at this current time has 3,800 people playing it. Okay, there you go. War of the Roses is pretty much dying. Warband's gonna live on, and Chivalry... If you're thinking of War of the Roses or Chivalry, get fucking Chivalry. If you really want something that's... Warband is what you want.